co-founders and chief operating officer for the Stafford Boxing Club Incorporated, our nonprofit organization, which is a yearly mentoring program for at-risk youth in the community.
So we will be able to teach financial literacy, communication, discipline, decision-making, as well as campaigning for a premium education.
These are the foundation for the Stafford Boxing Club, these 20 mentees in our program here at Panola Way Elementary School. 20 years from now, Stafford Boxing mentees will be known across the world.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Lady Stafford in the house.
What it do? It's Big Stafford, know what I'm talking about.
Stafford Boxing in the house when you see them pointed out. So look, we have a lot to talk about. There's some things that I'm not going to be able to talk about because everybody has been talking about the Tank versus Garcia fight. We have a lot to say about that. So much information coming up. So it is what it is. But I did reach out and I asked some of our viewers what would be a topic of discussion that they would like to hear. Now, one of them we've already done on the other podcast, which is how to become a professional boxer. So you can look on one of our other podcasts. And then someone else had mentioned that about workouts, like who was the hardest boxer who was going through a rigorous training. And there's actually two. There's a female and then we have a male. But I'm going to talk about Mike Tyson. I know that he's no longer boxing anymore, but his workout, and I would say Devin Haney as well, but Mike, he's the top one. He is the top of the pick because he put everything that he had into training and listening to Cuss. Anything and everything that Cuss told him, he took for heart. He had the utmost respect for Cuss, and you can see that him taking that route, he became a world champion, a young world champion. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. So,
Wait, man, hold up. We got somebody from Pakistan in the house. His name is Azam, owner of Iqua Sports from Pakistan. Welcome to the Stafford Boxing
hey, what's
Report.
going on? Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, we worldwide with this here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, the brand, you know, the podcast show is global. So we got people tapping in from Pakistan. We appreciate you tapping in all the way across the world.
For real. Thank you.
Thank you for being on the Stafford Boxing Report. We appreciate you. But going back to what you were saying about Cus D'Amato.
Yes.
And his training.
His training. I think he was really on to something ahead of his time, like I said the last time.
Yeah, but before you go into that, man, let's talk about that fight, though. They're going to get that out.
What, the Tank?
Yeah, man. They're going to get that, man. That's the topic of discussion.
Okay. But I'm going to go back because I also want to talk about Clarissa Shields. She has a rematch coming up, too. And she was the other fighter that really goes through a strenuous workout.
And shout out to Clarissa Shields.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
she's looking so good, too.
For real.
Like, she slimmed down a lot, too.
Shout out to you, Shawty. We see you putting in that work. You feel what I'm saying?
And
like,
we see that God is really working on you. So
man.
We see that.
Yes, we see maturity. We see evolution. We see a professional, not only inside of the boxing ring, but outside of the boxing ring. You are making yourself marketable where sponsors will want to approach you to sponsor their products. We love the way you are transforming. Keep up the great work. You are an inspiration to a lot of these young girls out here, particularly in the urban community. So shout out to Clarissa Shields. And so Clarissa Shields, she was here maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was talking to Porter, and Porter was telling me that she did like a movie at somebody boxing gym. So Clarissa Shields will definitely invite you to come on the Stafford Boxing Report to talk about that, that artwork that you did in the boxing gym. Talk about the film that you participated
Many
with.
talents.
For real. So
and gifts.
yeah, so we always gonna show love to you, Coach Shashir, just because you one of us. No cap.
No cappuccino. Okay, so look, everybody. Everybody's emotional. Some people are mad, disappointed. Folks just talking a whole bunch of crap. And I get it. Boxing, been doing that for decades. Any sport, people are really into it. That's just them. Boxing is their life. I get it. I had put out a post the other day just saying that Ryan's coming back and just to keep him in our prayers because of him experiencing some mental health issues. And some people took it good, but they were respectable, and some didn't. I get it. But check this out, though. Can we start from the beginning? Because, see, it's so interesting. I'll start skipping. Okay, so we watched the press conference, right?
Yeah, we watched the press conference.
Okay, let's go back to that. Let's go a little bit further. Okay, both were talking crap, especially Ryan Garcia. Okay, he was talking mad crap.
And that's to pump up the fight.
Yeah.
So, get people in tune, etc.
But I feel like he really meant that. This is my personal opinion. Some people have been saying that Ryan Garcia was scared before the fight. I don't think he was scared. How I took it was that he had so much passion about this fight and he really believed in himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I took it. So everybody's going to talk crap. That's what basketball, MMA, boxing, football, all sports, hockey. Now, not really too much golf. I've been watching golf lately too. And the golf is a real interesting sport, but let me cut to the chase. So now let's go to the press conference. Talking mess back and forth. And then you want to go like who touched Tank?
So Bernard Hopkins, man, I think that you one of the greatest fighters to ever fight in the sport of boxing. Your testimony, how you used the prison to help create discipline, and once you got out of the prison system in Philadelphia, you were able to become a world champion at a later age in life. So and I get it about selling the tickets, being there for the press conference, etc. You are supporting the team. You are part of the Golden Boy, I guess, company far as management with Oscar De La Hoya. I get that. First thing you did that I thought was a violation was you touched Gervonta Tank Davis, bro. That's a violation. This ain't got nothing to do with you. And you was all in front of the cameras prior to the fight talking about you the master. No, my bad. You got a PhD in this mental game. You know how to get in people's heads, etc. Bro. You was all in front of the cameras, bro. You was doing all this big boy capping, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Then you touched the man, bro. This ain't even got nothing to do with you, bro. You supposed to be there to be a professional. And truth be told, I really have a lot of, I was going to say, but anyway, bruh, you did a lot of big capping on that camera, bruh. And then on top of that, bruh, when the man, in boxing, somebody going to win and somebody going to lose, bruh. But all that type of energy that you know what I'm saying, was, proclaiming before the fight, when the fight was over, bruh, you ain't even show up to that boy, man. That boy parents was there, bruh. Ryan Garcia, his parents was there, bruh. And baby, we had talked about this. His mother, classy lady.
Oh, she is very classy.
Classy lady.
She hugged
Father,
Tank.
classy.
She went like this to him.
Just like, and when I looked at that moment when Ryan Garcia mother, had Tank chin, it was like a mother talking to a son. The boy just melt.
Yeah,
he couldn't even. He ain't have no resistance. He wasn't aggressive. It is what it is, man. And so Bernard Hopkins, man, you and Oscar De La Hoya should be ashamed of yourself, man. Y'all made money off the fight, bro.
And
So,
Goodson, he wasn't there either.
hey, bro, y'all did all that old capping, talking about Mayweather promotions and Floyd this, and I forgot the CEO name, but him too. Y'all were doing all that. But then when asked, how come y'all didn't, show up in the post fight? Bernard, you say because you didn't want a S
He
show.
didn't want an S show.
But bro, it was an S show. It was an S show.
And it was all about Ryan Garcia.
Bro, that's cap, bro.
You just contradicted yourself.
Hey, bro, listen, bro. Hey, bro, that was big cap, bro. And I'm so disappointed in you, bro, because if you got in front of them cameras, you did all this old, yeah, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm that, and you ain't do nothing, bro. Hey, bro, you ain't even bust a grape, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that was poor team ethic, bro.
And Canelo mentioned that before.
It's crazy,
before the fight, way before the fight, actually. And this is my take on it to everybody, and we all can agree to disagree. Okay, yes, Ryan should have taken that fight in January. My personal opinion, I would say maybe about 3 fights, four fights the most. Okay, I get it. He didn't want to do it. He's still young. He may still be somewhat of a hothead. That's what some of the young generation is. That's how we were. We thought we knew everything. So we did it. And then unfortunately, we had to pay the consequences for our action. He still has time. And Ryan has fought other good fighters like Emmanuel Tago. I watched his fight. He wasn't nothing to just play around with.
It wasn't a can of tomato.
And then let me tell you this too. So to the Golden Boy Promotions Company, win or lose, you are supposed to stay by your fighter's side. Now, Roy Jones, to paraphrase it, said to be the best, you had to fight the best. And that's what Ryan did. He fought the best. Unfortunately, he lost. Okay. Now, I will say, when he first got knocked out, which was the second knockdown, in the second round. Yes, Ryan was concerned. We all know that. We can see it. We could see it in his face. He took responsibility. He said that what did he say? He said he just
overreacted.
Yeah, and like I said, he was somewhat emotional because he really thought during that time that he had Tank.
Yeah.
He thought he did. And then I was thinking when I was watching him, he's thinking about that left, but unfortunately he didn't do it. He got knocked down. He got back out. Yes, anybody who gets knocked down by a powerful punch, I think they're going to be concerned. Don't you think that?
I think so. But at the same time, like just going back to what we were talking about the post fight, I just feel like, man, if you're a team, you should be a team if you win, and you should be a team if you lose. That was poor support on behalf of Ryan Garcia.
Shame on you.
I think that his family, Ryan's going to be okay. He got an excellent support system. His mother, his father, his immediate family, all were there to support him. And growing up, that's what it's all been about. It's been about family for Ryan Garcia. And so he's going to continue to have success, I think, and believe that he's going to use this experience to help him become a better fighter. Do I believe that he should continue on fighting? Absolutely, because he has a niche in the sport of boxing that most fighters don't have. And he's very businesslike in terms of, getting sponsors. So I think the last fight he had, Dolce Gabbana, and this fight he had Amari or something like that. Amari, or, I can't remember what the clothing brand was, but I mean, he has a niche, he has a following. The Hispanic community was definitely there to support him. And that's one of the things that I like about the Hispanic community is that when they have a fighter, no matter what side of the earth that fighter is, if he's Hispanic, they're going to all come out and support because it is a culture, it is a tradition that the Hispanic people support as fighters. So be it a contender or a champion. I love the Hispanic community. They are a great asset to the boxing community, for real.
And something else that I want to say too. Now, Oscar, you fought a lot of fighters in your prime and their prime. Okay, you did win, but you also had a loss.
You lost to Mayweather.
So my whole thing is you took it personally because I believe Floyd may have said something after the fight. So it was your pride. This is just my opinion. It was your pride because you thought that it was really going to go with Ryan, like Ryan was going to win. So I believe it was just your pride. And then you got emotional. And then everybody who keeps on saying Ryan is social media or
That's
Instagram.
cap.
Look,
That's cap, man.
I've told you this before. He and so many others have to stay out there. They have to be out there. Now, why they don't have somebody specifically to do that, I don't know. That's none of my business. But this is what I do want to tell people, though, with the Stafford boxing. Let me tell you something. With the Stafford boxing, we will have our fighters back and the best
Win or
intentions, win or lose,
Win or
because
lose.
that is loyalty, and we all will still be learning together. But I also want to talk about, look, check this out. Allegedly, there, even before the press conference and before the fight, they were saying that Tank had some spies in his camp. Now, I did see a video. I don't know
if it's true or not.
I don't know the guy's name, but he was an Asian guy, and he was actually apologizing to Ryan Garcia. Now, allegedly, he was he sparred with Ryan. Allegedly, they're saying that he had hurt Ryan where Tank had hit him. Now, allegedly, before the fight, if you listen to what Tank said, he did make mention of Ryan being hurt. And when the reporter asked him what fight, he said there was not a fight. So Ryan was also mentioning that during some interviews, but he said that he was just like shoving it off, brushing it off, because he thought that they were trying to get into his head.
But baby,
But I'm just saying allegedly.
I know, but the thing about that is, you know what? At the end of the day, you can't take nothing away from Tank Davis.
I'm not taking anything
and what
away
I'm
from
saying,
Tank.
and this is what I'm saying. So you saying allegedly?
Because I don't want, even though it is out there, I'm still want to make sure I say allegedly, because I don't want to get into trouble.
No. What I'm saying to you is that was a tremendous body shot. Whether Ryan got hurt prior to that, I don't know. But either way, if you get hit right there with that type of force, I mean, it was a clear shot to that liver.
If you would have let me finish, because we've already had this conversation before, when I looked at the video, I'm not saying that it was a conspiracy, because I said that his skin was shaking, it moved. See, we've already had this conversation, but you didn't let me finish saying what I'm saying. See, the topic of discussion is boxing news, what's going on. So with my research, I'm just bringing things up that have been talked about in the interviews, but I'm not taking anything away from Gervonta Davis, because on other podcasts I have mentioned about the power that Gervonta has and his different type of boxing styles. So what am I taking away from Gervonta Davis?
Well,
because I told you we were going to talk about this.
Yeah, but you saying that the Asian guy said that he apologized for injuring allegedly Ryan Garcia in the sparring, right? And so by him injuring Ryan, that gave Javante Davis upper hand.
That's not what I was saying. I'm just giving news.
I
That's
know,
all
but what
doing.
but at the same time, I'm commenting on it though. So what I'm saying to you, and like we had talked about, we talked about having people sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, because allegedly there was a mole inside of Ryan Garcia camp, and they shared that information to Javante Davis camp allegedly. And so, at the end of the day, I believe that Ryan Garcia will be a world champion. He will do great things after the fight. I think I've heard him say that he's going to 140. He's currently fighting at 135. And what's my man name? That had fought Floyd. What's the guy's name? Conor McGregor. Yeah, he was in the dressing room of Ryan Garcia after the fight, encouraging him. And so this is a learning experience for Ryan. But what I'm most impressed with all of this is that it was the level of professionalism and sportsmanship after the fight. And it showed a lot of maturity and growth for Tank Davis and the way how he received Ryan. They exchanged numbers, etc. Tank was very respectful to his family. His family was very respectful to him. I saw, just a evolution of growth in Tank Davis, and I was extremely proud of that. I was also extremely proud of the way that Ryan Garcia handled defeat. And because a lot of times when people handle rejection or setback or defeat, you really see what that person character is about. And that's one of the things that the model had talked about sportsmanship. And I really became even more of a fan for both fighters because how they conducted themselves after the fight, and they were able to communicate. And Ryan even said to Tank that I didn't mean the things that was being said. It was just to promote the fight. And so with that being said, man, I'm just excited for the sport of boxing. Now we can honestly say that Tank Davis is the face of boxing.
Yes, and I would like to go back to all the boxing fans that and I'm not trying to explain myself, but let's just get an understanding, okay? Because I said what I said about the mole and the sparring and the injury, by no means am I trying to say take away anything from Javante Davis. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just giving news because that's what I do. Before I come on the podcast, I do a lot of research, and I also want to make sure that my research is on point. I say allegedly, even though these words have come out of their mouth, I still want to make sure that we are safe, that nobody can say, well, this is what you said, and try to do anything else. On my post that I have put Javante Davis brings people hope because of where he comes from, what he's been through, how he's been boxing since he was a little child. Not for any boxer, even if I may not care for them, I'm not so emotional or so, I don't know, I can't think of the word right now, or irresponsible to where if a boxer has a skill, whether it's a female or a male, then I'm going to say they have that skill. But Javante Davis, as I said, has that power. He's just a different type of fighter. And I think that there should have been more time of studying the film with him because he's just in a league of his own pretty much. So I just want to put that out there so nobody gets a misunderstanding.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about us. We can agree to disagree. Sometimes we're gonna agree about things. Sometimes we not. But at the same time, it's just a bond between us, and we're our two irons, and we sharpen each other. And so I appreciate what she said to clarify things so that people won't take what she has said and then take it and start, woo, 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 woo. We're not going through that. So, I'm proud of you on that one. But the other thing is that, so I was listening to Javante Davis and Sean Porter, and they had an interview, and I don't know if I heard this about Tank upbringing or whatever, but I heard it this time and it caught my ears. And so he talked about him being in foster care, how people from CPS, Child Protective Service, came and they took him out of the home, etc. And it made me think about myself, in terms of me going through that same uh, path, going down that same road, like I was taken from, my mother at an early age, and I was placed in foster care system. I remember when uh, Child Protective Service came, they came to the house, they removed me and my three little sisters from the home, and we ended up going to different foster homes. And uh, so going through the foster care system, you have to fight. And so now I see why I'm the way that I am in terms of, becoming someone in this place of life. And it comes from my journey going through the CPS, foster care, going from one foster home to another foster home. And from a statistic standpoint, people that come from foster care system don't necessarily become successful because of the emotional uh, damage that goes on in a foster home, because you got all types of kids from all walks of life under this one roof. Um, Most of the time, people who do become foster care parents are foster care parents because of the money that the state gives them to have that particular child. So for me, in my humble opinion, I believe it's kind of difficult to really, specifically when you have about 10 to 12 kids in the house, it's kind of difficult to give the kids uh, the love, the attention that they deserve or need to develop as, a mature or a young adult or a young teenager or a young adolescent. And so, I'm just really proud of Javante, man, because um, most times when you hear about someone coming from foster home, now there are some success stories, but there's not a lot though. And for him to have come through the foster care system and to be reunited back with his family, down the road, it takes a lot. And to use that experience to help him become who he is today, man, I mean, I am just totally proud of this young man. Really, I am. But at the same time, it made me look at myself to see where I'm at and why I'm the way that I am because of coming through the foster care system. And you have to fight. So first, it start off as slap boxing, and then once you hit somebody in a way that made them angry, then it become fighting. And then in that foster care system, you got to keep fighting. So I just want to bring some light, but don't feel sorry for me or whatever. I'm not asking for that. I was just sharing that part of my testimony of why I'm the way I am. And to hear Javante Davis talk about it, it just made me reflect on my life.
Yeah, so boxing has definitely helped a lot of people, even those that may not have become a boxer, but just use the sport of boxing to help them with issues that they're dealing with personal issues. So
The discipline.
of course, and
Discipline.
self-control, which is really good too. So I asked someone who Ryan should fight next. So I just want y'all opinion. I was thinking maybe Ortiz Jr.
Is he 140?
when I think, let me see. Well, you did say 140. Yeah, Ortiz,
Yeah, 'cause he said he
Ortiz
going up
Jr.
140.
Well, even if it doesn't, but Ortiz Jr. would really be good. They even said Lomachenko, but I don't. That one would totally be interesting.
So let me ask you a question.
Or Lopez.
So now that Javante has beat Garcia.
Yeah.
Who do you think the next opponent should be for Gervonta Davis, and why?
I would probably say it's really two people. It's really two, but Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson.
I think he should be like the first one. I believe that that would be a real challenge for him.
But people
But
said that
also,
Ryan was going to be a challenge though.
but look at
But I ain't gonna
look
lie.
at Stevenson though.
He-
Now there is a difference between Ryan
It
and a
is.
difference between Stevenson.
Shakur, yeah, it is.
Not just with their boxing style, I also think with their emotions and being more self-controlled,
Discipline.
and of course the discipline when they're in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give Stevenson that. I would even say, let's see what happens with Chenko and Haney, because I think that would be an interesting fight too with Haney.
So the
I think
winner
with
of
I
this
think
fight
with
should
Haney.
fight Gervonta. And you know what, man? This is what I hope has begun to surface in the boxing industry with this Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, that we as boxing fans will get these fighters in their prime to fight one another.
And they did good with the pay-per-views too.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like Roy Jones said, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So I think that putting up your undefeated record against another undefeated record, to me, that lets me know that you not interested in your record, but you want to demonstrate that you are what you say you are by beating the best. And so I hope that it's a chain reaction, that we can get these fights that, that the fighting industry, the fans want to see. We want to see Gervonta Davis fight top-notch fighters. We want to see, Gervonta, not Gervonta, but Wilder.
Mm.
We want him to fight top-notch. We want, you know what I'm saying, no more can of tomatoes, no more fighting fights that, just to try to, maintain a perfect record. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. He did a fantastic job in terms of, branding the boxing industry to where it's at. But I think that we are on the cusp of a new direction, and the new direction is primetime fighters fighting primetime fighters. No more dodging, ducking, and all that other type stuff. So somebody need to fight that boy Boots. Somebody, Earl Spence and Terence Crawford, they need to go ahead and squabble. That winner of that need to fight Boots. I think that now that one will be tight though, right there. See, the winner of Terence Crawford, but now Earl Spence got to fight. What's his name?
Yeah, I forgot. I know who you're talking about.
Forgot his name. And baby, and shout out to what's his name?
Oh, Vito.
Yeah, Vito.
He's the ambassador.
Yeah, matter of fact,
RX Water.
he ambassador for RX Water.
He
He's
won
15-1.
Fourth round TKO.
Yep. So he was on the card for Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. So he fought he fought earlier in that card, and we wanted to congratulate him on
Shakur.
his win. Yeah, he does.
He reminds me of Shakur.
He does.
He got some skills. He's gonna come up if he continues doing what it is that
if he stay hungry.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah,
he's gonna get
real.
it. I like that, and I like the fact, to go back to the post, how Floyd was on Ryan's side for a while, but then he was going back and forth. And I love the fact that Tank and Floyd, that they're cool, and how the growth with Tank, because Tank said that he is going to listen to Floyd because Floyd has been there where he is at now. And I had said that before he had even said that, and I like that. And you know what? A lot of people say things about Floyd. He's this, he's that, and yes, he's been winning and with the record, a win-win record, but at the end of the day, Floyd really is a good person, and he really has a good heart, and he's just who he is, and it just is what it is, and he's not going to change for anybody, but he will change. I do believe he is open to change because he has changed. A matter of fact, one of the basketball games, him and 50 were around each other.
I seen that.
So it's like now all that beef. There is.
And you know what? And you know what, Sheila, man? I'm so proud of 50 and I'm proud of Floyd, man, because
they were really good friends once upon a time.
They were, and the fact is that, man, they are showing the younger generation to put aside that foolishness and come together.
And egos,
and that ego, that pride, and all that other type stuff. Because, man, it make me feel good when I see two, powerful black men come together and, and just chill and kick it, man, and, get some money. You know what I mean? Because we need images like that to surface around the internet because we are killing each other over senseless stuff, and I'm just crazy. I don't understand how these young fellas on social media be posting these sticks. I'm talking about, man, they got all type of sticks going on, bro. It just, I don't know. You rather have a stick than have a book in your hand. It don't make no sense to me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, anytime I see one of you young whippersnappers come in the store and y'all got y'all stick in y'all pants and it's hanging down, I'm walking out the store. I don't want no problem. Let me get up out of here. Look, cancel that order. I would drop everything that I have, man.
That's not even crazy. Showing any respect for the elders and not showing any respect for our babies, our toddlers, our youth, period. Like, you're just not being a good role model.
And if you discharge that firearm,
you're going to be crying in front of the judge.
Hey, bro, I'm going to just be real with you. The laws for white people is different for laws for black folk, bro. I'm telling you that right now. You discharge that firearm, bro, you're going to be talking about where the law, it don't work for you like that, bro. And anyway, bro, we need to be focusing on this, bro, about that mental, bro. And because as soon as you discharge that and you go to jail, first person you're going to call is mama.
Mm-hmm.
Can you come make
mama
bond?
Or grandma.
Can you make bond? Can you come put some money on my book? Now, all that old capping that you was doing prior to that, now you putting that stress on your mother to come up with money that she don't even have to get you out, and you're going to get out to do the same thing and end right back
put
up.
Put the house up.
Man,
put a vehicle up. Boy, stop it.
Boy, stop. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no. And just to go off of that, and then we're going to get back into the box, and I have to talk about Clarissa and a negotiation that's going on. But what I want to talk about is within our community, it's so many things that you all probably don't, some of us don't even know what's going on, like certain laws that are being passed, certain things with the two young gentlemen. Was it in Tennessee where they let them come back in Congress?
Yeah.
Like, it's certain things like this going on, and we're more interested in
that foolishness.
Social media, which I use social media, but I use social media for a reason. It's for a purpose, okay? But I'm not putting anybody down who's using, let me just put that out there. If you're just using social media for whatever, I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm not judging you. Let me put that out, because I've been noticing lately on social media that when someone says something, you don't really hear it, or you're not really reading it, and then you jump to conclusions, and then you're totally wrong about that. Social media is great, hey, but I'm just talking about for me. And we're just, especially us women, like, we got to get ourselves together.
Man, some of y'all should be ashamed of the stuff that y'all be putting on social media.
And look, once upon a time, let me put this out here so nobody says, who does she think she is? She just thinks I'm not perfect. I never say that I am perfect. I still make mistakes, but I do learn from my mistakes. I am trying to improve myself every day. I hold myself accountable for something, for whatever it is that may not be right. I too, when I was younger, I'm not going to get into it. I did not act the way that I'm acting now. I did not think the way that I was thinking now. I was terrible.
I was out
I
there
was
too,
terrible.
for
So I don't
real.
want anybody to think, oh, well, because they have this. No,
It's
we just
only
want to be
God.
help. We just want to be helpful. We are concerned. We're trying to get our community together along with other communities together, and that we just have to do better within ourselves, with our families, with other people.
Yeah, and
that's all that I'm saying.
Yeah, and I want to say this, man. I hope that every fifth grader on up to 12th grade in the state of Georgia is passing this Georgia milestone. It is my hope and desire, man, that the test scores go up in DeKalb County, Fulton County, Rockdale County, Clayton County, every county where the percentages have been down for years. Man, I hope that y'all studying, getting some rest, man, really taking this to heart, man, locking in, man. Just lock in, bro. Man, these teachers, they come to work. They really try their best to inform you guys to be the best that y'all can be academically, and how it will show about their teaching mythology is through these test scores, man. And if you score higher on these test scores, then more resources is available. Because some of these schools, the elementary school, middle school, high school, some of these schools need a renovation. But if you don't score high enough on these standardized tests, resources don't come. So if you're not in a position to experience the effect of getting resources, think about the next generation that's coming behind you.
And students, keep your hands to yourself. Stop
Yeah.
putting your hands on these teachers.
Yeah,
and putting your hands on the teachers, being disrespectful to your teachers, putting it on social media, going live. Just keep your hands to yourself.
And that's not player at all,
It's
man.
not player, and it's not cool.
It's not player. It's very shameful to see us acting like barbaric animals in the classroom setting. So this one teacher,
I know what you're about to talk
talking
about.
the one
that put her hands and got on top of her and was hitting the student.
I ain't see that, but what I did see is that the teacher afterwards, she had all this hair was just removed from all her side hair, man. So now she got fired. She been a school teacher for, I think.
Oh no, this one was a substitute teacher.
No.
This one was another one.
Yeah, this
okay.
and see, it's too much of this going on in our community, and it's too much of this foolishness, surfacing on the internet, thinking that it's cool and it's the trending thing to put your hands on your teeth. Oh, baby, you know what? I forgot.
What?
You know what? We need to talk about how we went out to Norcross.
Okay, let's do that. But let me get with Clarissa, though, because I have to do Clarissa and finish with Mike Tyson. I'll make it short.
Right.
So we all know that Clarissa is having a fight coming up. This is a rematch with Hannah. I watched her press conference, which she had on the 19th. Hannah, I have respect for you, but please believe me when I say that Clarissa Shields and her team does not try to run from anybody. Clarissa Shields is not trying to hide. She is always ready. And that's one of the things that I love about Clarissa Shields, because she's always going to be ready. She does not play around. She's fighting for a reason. She is fighting for a cause. So
shouted from Detroit.
Yeah, so just know that. But anyway, I did watch that fight that they had, and yes, Hannah, she was hanging in there or whatnot, but of course Clarissa won, and Clarissa really handled herself differently. I can tell during this press conference. I'm not saying, Clarissa, you were acting bad or you did anything wrong. No, I can just tell. That's why I said that God is working on you, and we see that, and we are by your side with this. So they're going to have it in Detroit at the Caesars Arena, June 3rd of this year. And she was one of the ones that really works out. So she'll work out for 7 to 8 hours a day, and she will actually do extra. And she will also spar with men when she's at her camp. So she'll wake up at 9 a.m., breakfast, she's at the gym at 11 a.m. She does bag drills, mitt work, shadow boxing, jump rope, speed bag, ring drills. She'll swim or she'll run. And then she will do some strength training and conditioning, box jumps, dumbbells. And then, of course, she does so much, and she'll do like a 4 mile run. But even afterwards, because she's an Olympic gold medalist, she's going to put in that extra work.
Champion.
That's what she said too, with her being an Olympic gold medalist. That's why she does extra. But some of the people on her team says, you're good, you don't have to. She's like, no. So that's why she's always prepared. And when you look at her face, she's locked in. So she doesn't have any type of concern. Well, did I work out long enough? Did I do what everything I was supposed to do? Did I look at the videos, the fight videos? Did I do this? You're doing everything that you're supposed to do.
Clarissa, she gained.
She is.
Get him, girl.
So check this out. So with Tyson, I'll make this short. Everybody knows about Tyson. Tyson was always locked in, and he will wake up at 4. He'll stretch. He'll do 10 interval sprints and box jumps. 4:30, 3 to 4 mile run, then a mile walk. 5:30 shower, sleep. 10 a.m. he'll eat. 12 p.m. he'll do some ring work, 10 rounds of sparring. 2 p.m. he'll eat some chicken and rice. 3 p.m. more skills, ring work for 45 minutes to an hour. And then he'll also exercise on the bike for a good hour. 5 p.m. he'll do some calisthenic training. So we already knew about this though, the 2,000 squats, 2,500 sit-ups, 500 to 800 dips, 500 push-ups, 500 shrugs, barbell, and 10-minute neck work. 7 p.m. dinner, 8:30, 30 to 45 minutes exercise bike, and then 9:30 sleep. Now, between the two boxers, some women like to say boxers are athletes. I think that these two were the ones and are the ones that would outwork pretty much anybody. So these are my top two.
And those are my top two, and I'm standing on business on that one. Clarissa Shields in the female, Mike Tyson in the male in terms of the training regimen. And I want to, I always like to bring my custom motto book here, and it's very important to me because, whatever you think, that's how you're gonna become. And I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, the custom motto mind, and in this book, he has traits of a leader, and this is just so important. Like, this just stuck out to me. Like, I was on the way up here, we was preparing for the podcast, and I just started looking through this book and see what gold nugget I can just say on the podcast show. But this one really touched deep within my soul. So a leader is a person who has a clear understanding of who he is, and he has clarity of intent regarding what he wants out of a situation or in life. As a champion, you must learn and clearly define what you stand for as a person. Let me read that again because that was just so fire. A leader is a person who has a clear understanding of who he is, and he has clarity of intent regarding what he wants out of a situation or in life. As a champion, because we at Stafford Boxing, the making of what, Sheila?
Champions.
As a champion, you must learn and clearly define what you stand for as a person. So I know how we live in a very sensitive era where, some people may say, well, he didn't say she, so I'm going to change he to she. As a leader is a person who has a clear understanding of who she is, and she has clarity of intent regarding what she wants out of a situation or in life. As a
Champion.
As a champion, you must learn and clearly define what you stand for as a person. What do you stand for as a person? I know what I stand for.
I think
You know what you stand for?
yes, I think that totally goes with Clarissa because of some of the things that she's been posting.
She stands for something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Clarissa Shields, Team Stafford. Hey, look, we proud of you, Shawty. And shout out to that boy, Showbiz the Dope. Man, I love watching your
his
shorts.
Voice is so unique.
Man, not only that, man, your passion for the sport of boxing, and I'm standing in agreement with you, brother, that you will be that voice of boxing, that you will make boxing the #1 sport in the world. I love the passion, bro. I'm always learning from you.
That is true.
And see, that's the thing about me and Sheila. When we see somebody that got something, man, we ain't ashamed of, hey, bro, look, salute to you, bro. We appreciate the time, the passion that you put in to be an advocate for the sport of boxing, man. We need more brothers like you, man. And I'm always looking on YouTube and watching your short videos, man. And you, hey, bro. I believe that you're walking in your destiny and your God-given talents, bro, because you are very talented in this. And hopefully one day we can collab on an interview, bro. Either we on your show, or as you come on the Stafford Box. It don't even make. But at the end of the day, bro, we want to connect with you, bro, because we have a high interest in your boxing philosophy and your passion for the sport of boxing. Is something that we have, and we identified that within you, sir.
Facts. Let me say this real quick because you wanted to say Norcross. We got to make this quick. So there was some negotiations going on with Tyson Fury and Usyk, right? But now we know that Fury and Ruiz is supposed to be fighting, I believe, in July, which will then see if Fury will be fighting Usyk. But what they've been trying to work out is, check this out, 4 fighters: Tyson, Usyk, Wilder, and Joshua in Saudi Arabia, which would of course be like 400 million milk duds. This has been in discussion because remember the last time on our podcast,
Arabia got that bread, boy. They got wealth. It ain't riches. They got wealth in Saudi Arabia.
And then real quick, because it's about that time, we went to Norcross, so shout out to
YG. My bad, YG.
YG Night Storm.
Hey,
he invited us to
an alternative school,
to an event that he put together, and there was some other people there as well. And I'm gonna be honest with you, just real quick. Some of their testimony, I would have never have thought.
Oh, you talking about the guests?
Yes, yeah. Some of their testimonies, especially the one that's put you on the spot for 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
For 30 seconds, what she did. And I haven't even, what she's been through, I've been through, but I haven't even said that because I haven't been released to say that yet. But it was a great event, and I love the kids, man. They were just...
Yeah. It was a very successful event. Shout out to our sponsor, RX Water. What's up, George?
Oh, yes.
My boy RG, Chris, and John. Yeah, Team RX, no cappuccino.
So it's RX Midwest.
Yeah, for Chris and John.
Yes.
And shout out to George and my guy RG. Yeah. Say, man, look at here. I'm waiting on you. Say, man, I'm getting ready, bro. Now, get that. Hey, bro, I'm already ready, bro. Come on, come down here so we get these dubs on the basketball court, and afterward, bro, we're gonna get.
Oh, babies, tell everybody real quick about May 3rd, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Oh, yeah. So May 3rd, we are having an event at Panola Way Elementary School. Our special guest is Telly Anthony, my bad. Telly Anthony from This Is It. He's vice president. So if you're in Atlanta, you know about This Is It. It's a premier premium. They pushing PP for premium soul food place. He's coming out. They sponsoring it. We got RX Water providing waters. We got some people from Truist. Shout out to our other sponsor, Walmart, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Look forward to having that conversation with you about that RX water. And we appreciate, man, Walmart been good to us, man. And I ain't even gonna lie, they've been good to us, man. We're very fortunate because so many applicants apply for grants from Walmart, and we've been fortunate to get 4 grants from Walmart from 4 different stores. That's just a favor of God on the Stafford Boxing. So with that being said, man, I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Stafford Boxing Report every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us on all social media platform, Stafford Boxing. I'm Big Stafford, and this is Lady Stafford. Baby, see, you tripping. You supposed to look.
Yeah, you said Lady Stafford, so I'm like, okay, so what comes next?
Stafford Boxing, the making attempt. Okay, listen, we're going to do this again. I'm Big Stafford, and this Lady Stafford.
Stafford Boxing, the making of champions.